The commandments were carved out in the 2 tablets. Right? You can have a Torah scroll. A Torah scroll, you have ink, which is written on parchment. But the tablets, the letters are actually carved out of the tablets. What is the difference between something written on parchment or something carved out in stone? So when you got ink and parchment, you got 2 things. There's the ink, there's the parchment, and you're putting it together. And therefore, essentially, you can actually erase it over time. The ink can erase from the paper, from the parchment. As opposed to a stone, when you engrave the letters in the stone, then the letters are part of that stone. There's no 2 things here. There's the stone, and in the stone you have the letters. In Kabbalah, in Jewish mysticism, it says that our souls are carved out of God. We're like letters on the tablets. God is, so to speak, like the tablets, and we would be like the letters on those tablets. So what would that mean practically? What is my attitude? What's my perspective on myself and my mission and my purpose in this world? In other words, my God-given mission. So I could look at it like this. I could look at, I'm ink, God's the parchment, and we're so close, we're so connected, because I'm doing God's work. The truth is, it's even deeper. The truth is that I'm like stones, I'm like letters carved out in the stone, where you really can't differentiate, you can't separate between us and God. So, if God wants something to happen, which is God wants us to do the mitzvah, to do a good deed, it can only be done down here in this world by us humans. Nobody else could do it. So to speak, God himself can't do it, because God's not a creature down here on earth doing stuff. So the only ones who could do it is me and you. So when we're doing that mitzvah, we're actually being the agent for God to do this good deed, to do this mitzvah. So now what am I? All I am is letters on God's stone. Because all I am is just God's hand. I'm God's feet doing God's will. And then you can't separate between me and God. We're all one.